I'm Hannah Sauerbier. I'm from the Concordia Ski and Snowboard Club, and I'm a full-time English literature student at Concordia University in Montreal. My favorite things to do are skiing and snowboarding. I'm a newer skier though, so I'm not that great at it yet, but I will get there someday. I grew up in a really small town in Vermont known as East Burke, and that's my home mountain. It was the first time in like a really long time of CSSC history. Like I think we'd been told like over like 10 years that we'd had 4 female execs in the club, which is like, it was awesome that we had finally gotten to that point. And so Heidi and I, we were sitting over in the Moose Bar having a beer, and we were like, okay, like we're launching it, like we're going. And that was when we launched our Facebook page and the Instagram. I loved the idea from the first place just because I've always, like, whenever I was a kid, I would always want to be like wanting to go and do more intense things like in the park or like going in the glades, and I didn't have any female friends who wanted to go with me, and all of like my guy friends were like, oh, like no, like you can't keep up, like they weren't really excited to ride with me, and so I would always go by myself, and I wasn't very good. But you know, I stuck at it, and so I would never want like any other female to like feel like they couldn't do it because someone had told them otherwise, and like I just feel like it's worth it to kind of like, if you can empower someone else to go do something awesome, then you should. Within the industry, there's so many like underrepresented demographics, and like obviously like that plays into race and, you know, like different socioeconomic backgrounds, but like for me, like what hits home the most is that like women are seriously underestimated and underrepresented in social media, especially, but also in like major campaignings. It's always more about like how glossy she looks, is her hair right, like it's just, I think it's really unfair. And like a lot of times when you'll see like judges or like other interviews, they'll be talking more about like the technical aspects of an athlete, and that's not always the same with female athletes. Like it could just stream off into something completely aside from the sport. So I feel like it's really important to like level the playing field. Well, we do quite a few different events. We just had an awesome all-girls mountain bike weekend in mid-September. That was down in Vermont. We've also done skate nights. We organize like mini rail jams every now and then. Like usually if like enough of us are headed to a certain mountain at like a date and a time, we'll post on our Instagram saying like, hey, we're riding here. If you're in the area, like come meet up with us. For now, it's really about just being inclusive and just getting more women outside, and, you know, don't care who sees, just be ballsy and send it. They're always like nothing but supportive. Like all of our guy friends are like, yo, like I need a Shred Queens t-shirt, like I'm gonna rep that like wherever I am. Like I'm always telling all of my girlfriends about you guys, and it's been awesome to have that support from people who are still like such amazing friends. And even if we're like all riding around and being goofy together, they'll be like yelling Shred Queens off the chairlift with us, and just it's awesome. It's been super sick.